Hello everyone, Crypto Walker here, and this is a Bittrex navigation tutorial. First and foremost, once you set up your account, the most important thing you're going to do next is set up your 2FA, which is two-factor authentication. You'll find it over here on the left-hand side of your menu bar under your settings and profile. And it pretty much walks you through how to do it right here. I mean, it literally tells you how. You're going to use your cell phone, and you're going to go to your app store and install Google Authenticator app or Authy, whichever one you choose to use. And then a QR code is going to pop up here on the screen on your Bittrex account, and you're going to open up your Google Authenticator app, click the plus button, and then just hold your phone over your computer so that it can take a snapshot of that QR code in Google Authenticator and automatically set up your Google Authenticator Bittrex 2FA. And then it's done. And every time you log in from there on out, you will need your phone. You will need to put in that 6-digit dynamic code that's always changing so that you can access your Bittrex account or any exchange that you have. It is uber important to do that. Exchanges get hacked often, and you want to protect your funds, right? It's your responsibility. So make sure that you have 2FA enabled. Okay, so we're going to go from the top left to the top right and go through everything in Bittrex. Starting with the Bittrex homepage that you click on, it will then take you to the homepage of Bittrex showing you which are the top gainers, the top losers, the top volume for any given 24-hour period. And the markets that are trading, you can trade in, which is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDT. I trade with Bitcoin, so I'm always looking at this top market here. It allows me to see, as I said, the most volume traded in any given 24-hour period, how much volume, the last price, the high, the low, the spread, what date it was added onto Bittrex. Okay, so if there's a coin NEO that I'm following, I can just go right over here and I can click right on NEO, and it will take me to the NEO trading page on Bittrex where I can buy, I can sell, I can look at the order books, I can look at the timeline on the charts. I normally don't chart on Coinigy. On Bittrex, I use Coinigy, but because it just allows me to get more technical with my analysis. But I'll go up here to the daily. You can see it's automatically on 30 minutes. You just click on that little down arrow, and it will show you daily, 3-day, weekly, monthly, hourly, 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, and 30 minute. I'm going to click on the daily so I can see the daily NEO chart, and then I can just zoom out, hold my fingers on my mouse and zoom out, make it bigger, smaller, plus minus will do the same, and look at the chart. If I want to use the chart and draw on it, I normally, like I said, will already have done this on Coinigy, but I can click on Select Tools, and I can go over here and select a line. If I want to draw a line that I'm following on NEO, something like that, I might do that. If I want to draw another line, again, you just hold your mouse where you want to draw the line, and then click, and then hold your mouse again where you want to draw the line, and click, and there it draws lines for you. And then I can zoom in and look at it a little more closely. I can draw fibs right here. Maybe I want to draw a fib from top to the bottom here, looking for, oh, hold on, come on, chart. Well, when it's working, as you can see, that's not what I wanted to do. But anyway, you guys can see I don't use this very often, so I'm not as familiar with this as I am with Coinigy, but you can chart on Bittrex if you want to. And then you can go over here to order books and look at the order books, the sell, the buy, huge wall here, sell wall. You can look at the wallet. If you're holding, it'll tell you how many you're holding. It'll let you, just automatically fill in the address to send it to. I'm going to go back over to timeline. I'm going to refresh here so we're not looking at all those lines and fibs and craziness. So if I scroll down, I see where I can actually buy and sell NEO, right? Buy on the left, sell on the right. If I keep scrolling, I can see the order books. The bids are the ones that people are buying. Asks are sells, okay? So this is the buy book. This is the sell book. And you can see there's people who've put in a bid for 12,65660. When NEO hits that, this order will be filled and they will buy 0.72 NEO. Very tiny order. When NEO hits 12,65000, they're going to buy 55.77. So down here I can see there's an order book for buys, 95.5 Bitcoin. For sells, 218 Bitcoin. Okay. If I had an open order that I had placed on the books here, it would show up right here. We're going to do that in a minute. This shows market history, the past buys and sells over, seconds, as that's why it's moving, because people are buying and selling. And this shows my order history, orders of NEO that have been filled, whether they were bought or sold. Okay. If I want to, unfortunately, Bittrex used to keep all records live down here. Now it doesn't. So if I want to see past, I think it keeps it live only for 30 days. So I can still load all and see all my last buys and sells of NEO. But if it's past 30 days, it disappears on there and you have to use the load all, and it is a downloadable version of your order book that you've placed on any given coin. Okay, so let's go up to Komodo, because Komodo is a coin that I have been wanting to, before we do that, okay, over here, you can see NEO. You can see the current US dollar price around there. Again, it fluctuates depending on what exchange you're looking at. You can see the Bitcoin price, the last Bitcoin price, the volume that's been traded, the bid, which is the ask price, somebody who wants to buy, and then the ask price is somebody who's selling. You can see that price, the high and the low, okay? Now, I want to go up here to markets, and I'm going to type in, KMD's already there, but if I was looking for a market, KMD, I would type in the ticker, and then I'm going to be able to click right here on that, and it will take me to the KMD chart, okay? So that's how you can navigate up here. Bitcoin markets, you see the B for Bitcoin logo. That means any market that you can trade with Bitcoin. You just click on the arrow, you type in the ticker, IN, I don't even know what IN, but it'll come up if I knew the ticker for a coin. Say I'm typing in NAV, right? And it'll bring it up and I just click on it, just like we did with Komodo. Now, if I'm looking for USDT that I'm trading with, there's only 15 different pairs, brings all of them up, and you can just click on whichever one you're wanting to trade. USDT Tether, some people trade back and forth into it instead of back and forth into Bitcoin. I'm a Bitcoin trader, so I use Bitcoin. Now on Komodo, what I normally do, like I said, is I'll go over here to the timeline and I'll look at the daily and I'll zoom in. Again, I've done my charting on Coinigy, so I know where I want to buy, but if I was wanting to do some charting, I'd click over here on this down arrow and I would select what I want to use and maybe draw some lines on here, what I'm looking at for Komodo. It's about right there, holding that line. So it's in a decent buy zone. It's in the 50 to 0.618 buy zone right now. But I'm going to show you guys how I set a buy. Okay, I'm going to look at the order books really quickly. Okay, so these are the buys, these are the sells. It's got a big sell wall. Okay, let's see. Go back to timeline. Looking at this area right now, it's 47,500 is the last price. The bid price, which means people who want to buy it, is 47 exactly on the bid price, and the ask is 47.01. So there's not much of a spread on it at all right now. Now, I have 0.21686114 Bitcoin available. If I wanted to place all of that Bitcoin on a Komodo order, I can. I could buy 5 Komodo. I could buy 1 Komodo. Actually, I'd have to buy a couple of Komodo because there is a minimum of 0.0005 per order. And every time you place a buy or a sell, there are fees. So you don't want to do this a lot. So what I do is I'm going to look down here at bids. These are the people who are going to buy Komodo. Ask are the people who have sells on the books. So if you look at go back up here and you look at the order book, that's these orders. Sorry guys. Right down here, okay? Order book, right? So so here you see it in numbers in the order book chart. You see it with green is the buys and red's the sells. Okay, I can see down here there's 40 Bitcoin buys placed, 72 Bitcoin sells placed. All right, I want to buy some Komodo. I like the price range it's in, but I'm going to set it just a tad bit lower to where this past, there's some support here, support here, support here, support here, lots of support in this zone. So I'm going to place it at, we're looking at 45341. You can see over here my price right here. And how I do this is normally I will just click on the highest bid. Okay, so as you see, the highest bid price for buying is the top, and then it goes down to the lowest, and there's thousands of pages. Okay, so I'm going to click on that. It will autofill into my bid price. Okay, I'm going to say I do want to buy a quarter of a Bitcoin. Okay, so let's say for that price I want to buy 250. Okay, so I'm going to dollar cost average. That's what this is called. All right. But I'm choosing, like I said, why do we have line on there? To set it for about 453. So I'm going to go 455. 455. Okay, Komodo. So did you see that? I just changed that right there to my buy price, my bid price. When it hits that price, it will automatically buy 250 Komodo. And I'm going to say buy Komodo. And then this just comes up for confirmation, quantity, price, subtotal, commission. That's the fee I'll pay when that order is filled. And then my total cost for the order. And I'm going to click on confirm. Okay. And now in the order book, I'm not sure if I'll even show up on page 1. I don't show up on page 1. Right? So all these other orders are going to be filled before mine, right? Because Komodo has a ways to go to hit 455, and it might not even hit 455. If it doesn't hit there's my order. It's on the 5th page. If it doesn't hit that order, I'll miss it. Okay? If it doesn't come down to that buy price, I will miss out on that order. So here it is, my open orders, right here. We just placed, okay? And what you can do if you want to, let's say the price is moving, you feel good about the price, it's in a great buy zone, but you don't want to miss out. Let's say it's right here and it's getting ready to shoot up, right? You don't know it's going to do that, but you see, man, it's in the accumulation zone and I just want to buy it. What you would do is you would go down here and you'd go right to the ask price, click on this blue arrow and just say confirm. And as soon as it confirms, you just bought 39.377 Komodo. Then you go to the next one and say confirm, and you just bought 1.25. You'd go to the next one and say 12,000 or 1,235, or that's the way to fill your order immediately at market price. Okay. Over here, if I'm buying the way we did it, I'm waiting for the price to come down to fill, waiting for the price to come to me. If I want to fill it immediately, I just go to ask, click on the blue arrow and hit confirm, okay? If I want to fill it immediately, but I don't want to buy 39, let's say I only want to buy 9, then I'm just going to click on that, okay? And it automatically fills in all the information, and then I could just erase the 3, just set it to 9, okay? And it will buy 9 Komodo, okay? So let's buy one. I think I have to buy 2 Komodo because there's a minimum of 0.0005, I think. Let's buy 1, see if it lets me. I don't think it's going to let me. But if I wanted to buy 1 Komodo at that price, I'd just click on the price, I'd fill in how many Komodo I want to buy, and I'd hit buy Komodo. Yeah, see, there's a minimum order of 0.0005. So I'm going to buy 2 Komodo at this price. And again, every time I do this, it charges me. Okay, confirmation, the commission to Bittrex is that commission right there. I'm going to say confirm and I'm going to buy it. And it will automatically fill, okay? Because there's an ask right here. So I just bought 2 of the 39 that were in this order. You can see it just went down to 37. It was 39. We just bought those 2, okay? You go down here and you will see that order was just filled, okay? So I bought 2 Komodo. Now earlier I bought another 2 because I had recorded this video and for some reason it didn't save. So we're recording it again. We got a better price on this one. So when my order is filled, it will go off of the open orders and it will come down here to order history, and I'll be holding that Komodo, okay? Now, once the Komodo order is filled, you can do another thing. Let's say you're in and out of a trade really quickly, something that's moving, you just want to make a quick 20 or 30%. Your order is filled, you've got 4 Komodo now that you can sell, and let's say that you want to sell. So again, I'll go over here, I'll click on this price, it will automatically fill in here. I'm going to click on my 4 Komodo because that's all I have to sell. And let's say I just want to, when it hits 501, just for a quick 20%, not quite 20%, 10%, I'm going to say sell Komodo, okay? And then what that does, say confirm, it puts it on my open orders as a sell. So I have my buy and then I have my automatic sell. So what happens here is now I don't have to watch this market. I have my sell order set, and when it goes up to 0.0005, it will automatically sell that, and it will show up down here as my order history as a sell for Komodo. Okay? I'm going to cancel this because I don't want to sell it. I want to hold it long term. I think it's a great long-term project, and we're in the good buy zone here. So we are going to set another, I'm going to dollar cost average like I said, so I can buy 308 at 47.05, but what I want to do is I want to set this at 40555, okay? And then I'm just going to click, so that's the price that I want to put another order in on, okay? And then I'm going to click on my Bitcoin available again, and it's going to fill in exactly how many I can buy for this price, okay? Now, let's say if I only wanted to buy 300, I just put 300, right? I just changed the number, 300. There, done, okay? But I want to spend the rest of my Bitcoin on Komodo, so I just hit my Bitcoin amount right here, and it automatically fills in at that price, okay? So what I'm saying is when Komodo hits 4055, which is right on the line right there, and guys, it may not come down to that. It just might, I might miss it, okay? That I want my buy to fill. And I'm going to say buy Komodo and confirm. Now this is called dollar cost averaging. Let's call it Bitcoin cost averaging. What it's doing is I'm laddering my orders in at different buy zones so that when it all comes out, instead of buying it all at one time at the higher price, I'm averaging in, so I get a better price as it comes down, okay? And I really think it is going to come down a little bit more and maybe retest this 40 zone, hit that one more time before it bounces up. I could be wrong and I could totally miss out. It could bounce up above this line, and when it does bounce up above that line, that's a good confirmation, and I'd probably buy immediately. But we're going to set these buy on the books. Got our buys on the books here, and we're good to go, okay? Now, if I go up here and I go to order, I've never used lab actually. So, you know, play around with that, see what it is. But if I want to see the orders that are on the books, I've got some sell orders automatically set for Enigma and Redcoin. I've got my buy orders that we just set for Komodo. I've got completed orders, sell orders, and buy orders. You can see right here my order history. If I want to go to my wallets, I can see what's in my wallet. If I want to send, let's say I want to store my Komodo in a hardware wallet, which I highly recommend you do. If you're holding long term, I would say right here, I would go to my hardware wallet and I would grab my Komodo address, and then I would click on minus, that's withdraw, and I would copy my address in here, tell it how many Komodo I want it to send, the 4 Komodo, and then it's going to tell me how much it's going to cost me to send it, and I would click on withdraw. And then my Google Authenticator code would come up. I'd have to enter that and say confirm, and it will send my Komodo to my hardware wallet. If I want to add, say I want to deposit, you're going to click the plus. Say I want to deposit some more Bitcoin in here. I would copy and paste this address from and into the wallet where my Bitcoin is, and say send, and it will send Bitcoin to my Bittrex wallet. Okay, so this is where you withdraw and deposit is up here. You click on wallets and you can make your withdrawals and deposits, and it shows you down here, you know, past deposits, past withdrawals. All right, so what do we have next? We have settings. That's your profile. That's your two-factor authentication. We went through that. Help here. Support is pretty dang good with Bittrex. Log in and log out. Other than that, guys, I think that's pretty much all you need to know to navigate Bittrex. The last thing I want to show you is how to set a stop loss. Okay. So for example, let's say I buy Enigma and I don't want to risk more than 10%. Okay. So to be safe, I decide to set a stop loss. Let's say I buy Enigma at this level right here, 36. Let's just round up to 36,000. Okay. Satoshi. All right. And I buy it, let's say I buy it right here, over here on this big green candle, and it goes up big time, but I don't decide to sell it yet. I was holding it, waiting for it to go up even more, but I don't want to risk more than 10%. So what I do is I would set a stop loss, okay? So I'm buying at 36,000, okay? I have my Enigma. I'm going to go cancel one of these sell orders here. Right? So you guys can see, obviously, there you go. I didn't show you how to do that. If you want to cancel a buy or a sell, you just click the red X and cancels. Pretty self-explanatory. So I have 1,000 Enigma, and let's say I bought it at 36,000. It's now up to 36.9, which is great, but to protect myself from losing more than 10%, if I bought it at 36,000, I'm going to put a stop loss on my Enigma. And what I do, as you guys saw, I just click right here, and it will automatically fill in the exact amount of Enigma I have. That in there I'm going to ask, because that's the sell Enigma, right? So now I'm going to go down to ask, and I'm going to automatically click on the very first one. So just so it fills in, just makes it easier. Now if I bought it at 36,000 and I don't want to risk more than 10%, then let's say, what is that, 3,300? So I would set it at 32,700, okay? So that's why I automatically go down here to the ask and have it fill in, just because it's easier. You make sure you get the right zeros. I've made the mistake before and had one too many and sold at a huge loss. Well, not a huge loss, because thank goodness on Bittrex it goes by the order book, so that's great. But I don't want to risk more than 10%, so I'd set it at 32,000 as my price, which is my sell price, okay? So stop losses on other exchanges are much easier. On Bittrex, they decide to make it even more confusing. Next step, so I want the sell price here. My limit, going to click on that down arrow, you're going to click conditional. Next thing you're going to do is on condition is click less than or equal to. So this is really my stop, okay? Limit is the price it sells at. Stop is the price it triggers at. So when you think of stop, think of trigger on the order books, okay? So what I do is I'm going to say when Enigma hits this price that is less than or equal to, and what I'll do is I will set it at a little bit higher, 2.8, okay? So we have 327, here we have 328, all right? When it hits that price, what I'm telling it to do is place this order on the sell book, okay? So I'm going to say, let's see, where are we at right here, just to be safe, because I don't want to sell any of my Enigma. So we should be good. Okay, so then it tells me right here, my type is a limit sell, my market is BTC, ENG, it's good till canceled, which means until I personally cancel it, it's going to remain there. My condition is my sell order will submit when the next executed trade is less than or equal to 000328, okay? And it will be 1,000 Enigma. My sell price is here. My commission is here. Total is here, okay? So I'm going to say confirm. And then you will see the sell right here. Okay? So again, what we just did was we said set a stop loss, 10%, sell price, condition is greater than or equal to, sell price is the limit, this is the stop. As soon as the order book, as soon as Enigma hits 3280 or less, automatically put this order on the books to sell at 32700. Okay, so that's how you set a stop loss. I'm going to go down here, I'm going to cancel it because I don't want to sell it at that. That's how you set a stop loss on Bittrex. I hope that makes sense, guys. What you're really doing is you're just saying when it meets these parameters, put this on the books automatically. You can do that if you want to sell it too. You can do it over here, same thing. Price, sell, when it hits this price, put it on the order books to sell at that price. I mean, excuse me, to buy at that price. So we put a sell stop loss. All right. So hopefully this helps you with navigating Bittrex and looking at where, knowing where you want to go, how to find the order books, how to find the timeline, what timelines to look at, how to set buys and sells and stop losses. That's really all you need to know. Set up your 2FA and get to trading. Stay profitable.